Hi, my name is Michelle Brandon Hamilton. Welcome to my Educational Technology Quest. This guided tour will help you navigate my site and show you how the chapters of my e-story fit together. I chose the theme of a quest because it best represents my journey through the Master of Educational Technology degree program. My title, The Never-Ending E-Story, suggests that my quest for knowledge is a lifelong journey in the attainment of knowledge. New chapters will be added continuously. Tabs across the top of the web page include the guided tour, the author, the preparation, the journey, the wisdom, and the reward. The guided tour where you are now will present you with an overview of the site and lead you through the pages in the order you would take on a quest. The author tab takes you to a profile page outlining my educational background and future aspirations. You can find a link to my University of British Columbia educational blog there. The preparation tab takes you to the first stage of my journey. The preparation describes how I use my previous knowledge and skills to prepare myself for the MET journey. As developmental theorists and constructionists suggest, our previous knowledge helps shape our learning. My preparation begins with eTech 520, Planning and Managing Technology. Click the red link to go to the page describing the first page of my request. This page includes two artifacts. First, I wrote a paper called Professor for a Day, suggesting how I would introduce educational technology into a literacy classroom. Click the red link to open the PDF version of the paper. When you are finished reading, click the back button at the top of the screen to return to the eTech 520 page. The second artifact on this page, Civil Servant for a Day, describes how I would incorporate educational technology into a province. On each page you will find artifacts for various papers. On each page you will find red links to various artifacts. Also, each artifact can be found at the bottom of the page. Sometimes when preparing for a journey you need to stop and gather more information. 2/3 of the way through the MET program, I took eTech 500 Research Methods to hone my research skills. Click the research link on the left sidebar to get to this page. On this page you will find an overview of the course describing new research skills I learned here. Scroll down the page to the artifact section to find a red link to my research proposal. For this project I proposed a research study to determine if using blogs in a literacy classroom would improve writing skills. You'll also find many good resources in the reference section of the paper. Next, we will move on to the journey. Click the Journey tab at the top of the web page. This page describes my journey into an unknown land of technology and my travels through blogs, wikis, and more. 4 eTech courses represent my journey. eTech 510 Design showed me how to put theory into practice. On this page you will find a reflection describing how I use constructivism to design an interactive learning environment. Scroll down the page to find my first artifact, a blended learning wiki. Here you can read an entry describing blended learning in an adult literacy classroom. Return to the eTech 510 Design page to find my second artifact, a Moodle site. Use the guest login to take you to the site. You can also access both artifacts at the bottom of the page. Now we will continue on our journey. The second phase of the journey, eTech 565 Selection and Design. In this hands-on course based on constructivist principles, I learned how to choose tools based on pedagogy. Scroll down the page to find my first artifact, a link to the flight path of my UBC Educational Technology blog, which describes my initial journey into MET. Back on the eTech 565 page, you will find my second artifact, a slideshow using photopeach.com. Below the slideshow you will find a video called A Vision of Students Today, which showcases how students today differ from those of previous generations. Scroll further down the page to my third artifact, Copyright and Piracy, my blog entry regarding copyright from the viewpoint of a writer. Links to artifacts can also be found at the bottom of the page, along with several of my favorite references. Collaborative environments. Click the red link to explore our site, then return to the page again and explore the third artifact, the venture pitch for the LiveScribe Pulse Pen. It is an essay pitching the product I analyzed in Artifact 1. Part of this artifact includes an elevator pitch that I embedded at the bottom of the page. Click the play icon to view the slideshow. You can also find links for all three of my artifacts at the bottom of the page. The third phase of the journey, eTech 522 Ventures. In this course, I learned about the business side of educational technology. On this page, you will find a reflective description describing how I overcame several challenges. Scroll down the page to find my first artifact, Venture Analysis for the LiveScribe Pulse Pen. The second artifact represents the collaborative efforts of a group called. Now we will continue on the fourth leg of the journey, eTech 532 Arts and Humanities. This page explores cultural influences in educational technology. Scroll down the page to find the first two artifacts, Annotated Bibliography and Literature Review. These papers give an overview of several articles I used in this course. At the bottom of the page you will find links to both artifacts as well as my final paper using the analyzed articles. Next, we will move to the Wisdom section. Wisdom is born out of reflection. This page demonstrates how I overcame challenges to gain knowledge. Wisdom begins with eTech 511 Foundations. On this page, you will find information describing how my pieces came together to build a foundation for educational technology. The first artifact is a link to my UBC blog showing how my journey progressed over time. At the bottom of the page, you can find a direct link to the blog Foundations page, where you can read articles on sociology, philosophy, and more. A second piece of wisdom was found in eTech 512 Theory. On this page, you will find a reflection describing how I developed my own personal learning theory based on the integration of several educational theories, including behaviorism and constructivism. Scroll down the page to review my concept map overviewing these theories. Click the red link to access the map in PDF format. Below this is my second artifact, A New Theory of Education, my paper suggesting why I believe we need a new theory for online learning. Next, you will find a link to a group project called a Constructivist Moodle site. Click on the link to visit our Constructivist Moodle, which demonstrates theory being used in a practical way. The final piece of wisdom comes from eTech 530 Constructivism. This page outlines the main elements of constructivism, the theory closest to my teaching style. Scroll down to the constructivist concept map. Scroll to the bottom of the page for Artifact 2, a sample lesson, and Artifact 3, a paper outlining the use of constructivist elements in the classroom. The purpose of a quest is to obtain a reward at the end of your travels. Click the Reward tab at the top of the page to discover the reward. As I state on this page, the journey was the reward. eTech 590, this ePortfolio, demonstrates a culmination of knowledge and of my journey. Therefore, this ePortfolio is the reward. Click the red link to go to this page. On this page, you will find a reflection of the whole journey through each course in one place. Thank you for taking the time out of your own journey to stop here along the way. I hope you enjoyed your visit.